Prince Piko, a piglet with a crown of mud and a heart full of oinks, ruled his mud kingdom with glee. His kingdom wasn't grand. It was a glorious mud puddle behind his family's pig farm. Every day was a muddy adventure, splashing, rolling, and squealing with delight. Piko declared himself king, his loyal subjects, a gaggle of giggling piglets cheering his every muddy conquest. But the sun beat down relentlessly. Days turned into weeks, and the once magnificent mud puddle shrank, its rich brown surface cracking into thirsty fissures. Piko's kingdom was crumbling. His loyal subjects, usually so enthusiastic, were listless and quiet. The mud, the very essence of his kingdom, was disappearing. Panic bubbled within Piko. He didn't just love the mud for its playful texture. He'd recently learned from Farmer Giles that the mud held tiny creatures, and the healthy mud helped their crops grow. He'd seen the vibrant green of the farm's lettuce and the plumpness of the tomatoes, all thanks to the rich, dark mud. The drought wasn't just affecting his fun, it was threatening the entire farm. "We must find more mud," Piko announced to his disheartened subjects. "For the kingdom, for the farm, for the juicy apples," and so began their adventure. Their first stop was Old MacDonald's farm, known for its incredibly muddy fields. But Old MacDonald, a grumpy old man who loved his mud even more than Piko, refused them entry, declaring, "My mud is mine." Piko, undeterred, tried to reason with him, explaining the importance of the mud for all. Old MacDonald, however, remained steadfast. Next, they sought the advice of wise old Professor Henrietta, a tortoise known for her knowledge of the land. Professor Henrietta, after hearing Piko's plea, pointed them towards Whispering Creek, a hidden stream nestled deep within the woods. "The mud there," she whispered, "is the richest in the land." The journey to Whispering Creek was perilous. They navigated thorny bushes, slippery rocks, and grumpy badgers, but their determination pushed them onward. Finally, they reached the creek, its banks thick with the most glorious, dark, rich mud they'd ever seen. Piko and his piglet companions squealed with joy. Digging and rolling in the newly found mud, they filled buckets and buckets, enough to replenish their kingdom and even share some with Farmer Giles. Returning to the farm, they spread the precious mud, revitalizing their kingdom and bringing life back to the parched earth. The farm flourished once more, its crops growing stronger and healthier than before. Piko, no longer just the king of the mud kingdom, became a celebrated hero, proving that even the muddiest of pursuits can have the greatest of consequences.